Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the European Brawl number 2, obviously hosted here by G2 and presented by PaySafeCard. My name is Pansy and I'm joined by Moses, and we are in the grand finals. We just witnessed Turkey losing out to Finland in the end. Quite a close affair when all three maps, looming on OT in a couple of occasions. Certainly a couple of moments that stood out to us there, but obviously Finland made it through and Team ScreaM waiting, watching. So, Jason, your quick thoughts coming into the final. Where'd your mind go straight away?
Honestly, my mind went to the fact that ScreaM's team just gotta chill and kind of watch that entire series play out. Super late. They kind of probably have an idea of what Finland likes to do. I guess it'd be kind of hard to take too hard of notes for like any kind of anti-stratting purposes, because you're not always sure which one's going to win, but certainly they're going to be much fresher in their mind what Finland enjoys doing. And also the big thing with Finland is that composition, so you have to imagine they had the conversation at some point during those three maps, like, oh, if we do play Finland and they like to get a little bit crazy and like to be aggressive, like how can we exploit that?
Yeah, I think they'll be talking it through, and I did just realize that Jesmond certainly stood out to me as an individual for Team Finland here. And he was playing with 24GL, who I've known for a while. They're the old COD 4 boys. It was Replan, Cinder, and a couple of the others. If any of you are familiar with old COD 4 Pro Mod, you'll definitely know those names. So this guy's been grinding around the scene in all the Valhalla Invitationals and these other tournaments that go on at the same time. So he's been putting the time in. Same way you could see the likes of Ardis, for example. He probably faced off against them, considering he's been playing for a couple of the squads. I mean, the fun part is these players now will start seeing each other across the board. You'll start kind of recognizing each other in these tournaments. And yeah, I'm glad to hear from Timey there. It was a nice little interview. He's still, obviously backing his team in the finals. I think it'd be weird if a competitor didn't. I think this is going to be quite an interesting game stylistically speaking, though, because I look at Finland, they played a very unconventional style for a while, but then on the final map, they kind of fell into more of a normal line and more of a normal style approach. And maybe they just played that way as a response to the Turkish team, potentially. But again, it's hard to draw. I think this would be very much a litmus test of how these two teams are actually playing.
Yeah, I'm interested. This is like I mean, if you just kind of look at it in theory and then kind of what we touched on with Finland, or what I noticed most is having a lineup that's geared towards aggression that can't block off choke points. When you have an aimer like ScreaM, when you have someone like David P who is willing to be so aggressive and proactive and push into choke points to hunt down an opening kill, those are going to be problems. I think those two players who played well for Team ScreaM earlier on in the event, this is another series where they might be able to have a massive impact.
All right, Taimu, Team Finland, all of these boys on the defensive side. Instant peak, instant fights towards long. This was a map they were very aggressive on, but now they've got some big, heavy aimers against them. I think it's almost, you're underselling the squad if you're just calling them aimers. They definitely have some brain to the brawn, but they've taken over long and they've got some good step towards B already. The Finnish squad does need to pull this rotation over towards B. They do need to get their players on the site, get some support for Taimu, because he is very much isolated at the moment, and the others having to work their way back in.
Yeah, and they've all taken the TP now. It's just been heard. There's one player, Raze, still over at the B bomb site. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is for this. Looking to catch a rotator, but now he's just nowhere near his teammates. They actually have to win this battle now at the A bomb site. What a great rotation from Finland. They read the play so well, but they're not getting enough of the kills, not getting enough of the production. And what a great end from Ekis. Immediate headshot. Plant's going to go down for ScreaM to get the ult point, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, that was quite a nice round, and you're right. The rotation read from Finland was good. Sadly, I guess they couldn't get those nice positions that they wanted exactly. The initial fight did go their way, but obviously, the boys from the nation of ScreaM just seemed to pick up the pieces there. So that was very well played from ScreaM squad in the end to actually be able to kind of capitalize on that and pull it through in the end. Ekis going to get himself right on that rifle. That's a big chunk of cash beside him. So as said, the Finns now, this is the one you kind of ride through. You ride through this round. You kind of just, go through the motions of it. Play it out as expected. Does Omen show a little too much? No. It's a stack towards A from the Finns here. Putting all of their slightly lesser utility in one place, and that's not bad. Nice bit of initial damage. ScreaM, however, going to keep control of the situation.
Yeah, that's actually a super dangerous opening from Team Finland. First two kills, they're traded back immediately into a 3-on-3. But that's weapons that can be pushed forward and picked up if Finland wanted to. They've actually decided to back away. Instead of going for those weapons, they've decided to get a jump on the rotation over to the B bomb site. So just now entering hookah, they're in a danger zone. They're in a danger area at the moment. And I think surely ScreaM saw both of them. Two players jumping into the back of the site. A minute on the clock. So ScreaM, his team does not have to commit to this.
No, they don't, and it's risky if they do. I mean, you're walking in not necessarily blind, but you're working with minimal information. Good swing from ScreaM. That's what you want ScreaM for. As much as yes, he is just kind of powering through them. They are only on pistols. They don't have any upgraded weaponry, but that's a big gun to claim.
Ooh.
Save that. Don't worry about it. You got a Vandal for free, basically. That's perfect. A very light investment from the Finnish team, and they've got a small reward. It's not obviously the round win. You're not going to get that, but 2 kills, a gun taken away not bad. Under the assumption that when we get to the gun rounds, they can utilize these in a good way. That's what you're looking at down the line. For now, for Team ScreaM, they're going through the motions. They're doing exactly what they need to.
No, but you can tell how much those first 2 kills were really shocked and surprised them by the fact that they bailed out and left a weapon such as the Vandal just chilling on that little bucket or whatever it was. The fact that they just kind of forgot to pick that up. I mean, remember, ScreaM's playing with a Bulldog. Not quite sure what the other players have, but a Vandal surely would have been at least one upgrade. So they've let that slip over, and we'll see if that has any consequences. But surely in the future, at the very least, the preservation of this economy with a free Vandal could be an op later on, could be another gun when they shouldn't have one. It can be multiple things down the stretch.
You're right. It's going to keep a little bit of a shake-up. We do see 3.2 in the bank for Jerax now. He's got himself the rifle, of course. So, again, this is the big round we got to look at. We've got 2 rifles coming out, one for Ekis, one for David P. Reinvesting into this. So the buy is actually not that bad. You got 3 Bulldogs, 2 big rifles. You do have the operator for Taimu. Pretty glass cannon at this point, I'd imagine, as, yeah, he doesn't have the armor to supplement because he just doesn't have the money. But he could have a lot of pressure, though. That's a good couple of players on long. You've got this, darts going back and forth. Very similar approach, very similar idea as to what they want to achieve with them. Taimu, this time holding towards Hookah. Bit of a different angle here. Jiggle peaked. Gonna have to fall off that, and now he's gonna be careful of long. He can't cross out now. If he does, it's very risky.
Oh, he's tagged as well. They know where he is, and oh, he's going to go down. David P with that kill. There is a flank, very fast flanks coming in from Hookah. I don't think Team ScreaM is aware of it quite yet, but it doesn't matter. They cracked into that bomb site so quickly. And again, the confidence just march up long B. No hesitation, no stopping. Good kill from Jesmond. But this is the big one. Nixon has to clear out, and he does.
Good work. Gonna get the heal off the wall. Buy himself a second. Keep in mind, Oben really hasn't shown his hand yet. So you do have Jerax still being a little bit of a surprise element potentially, but he's got to have room to work, and that wall going to slow it down. He can TP over if he wants to. Going to get their attention. Up and over we go. Going to block line of sight. Smartly done. Nice play from Jerax there. And now can they get the final punch, though? His teammate's just gone down. The player on long has fallen in return. Ice Paper Hand has been removed, but we are down to a 2v2, and the time is ticking. They can't take their time anymore. They've got to move fast, and with now Jerax going down, it's the shutdown. No more to be seen or heard from the Finns. That was a good round from ScreaM squad in the end. That pressure up B long was hard to handle.
Well, that's always going to be the weakness with a team that's geared more towards aggression. You could see they're trying to compensate for it on the other side of the map. It was a push up short A right off of the bat to flank towards Hookah, and even that couldn't stall the attack out long enough. That initial defense had to be a little bit better from Finland. 3-0, and here's the result of that saved Vandal. The op is dropped over to Taimu. I almost said Tyloo.
Tyloo.
My brain wanted to say Tyloo.
Look,
oh dear.
Does what it can. We are seeing fast aggression again. The Finns are going to have to find a way to temper this, to try and slow it down in some way, shape, or form. The instant revive, so again, for ScreaM's team, they're back exactly as they started. No chance for old Jerax.
Oh no.
And this is a hard round to watch.
It really is. I like the investment. It's not going to punish them at all. They'll still have a full buy in the next round. So I like the attempt at it, but man, did they just get outplayed on every front by Team ScreaM. Recon dart in towards Showers to give away the position of the shorty, who can do absolutely nothing. The mid push this time yields basically nothing. 2 kills, but one of them is revived by Sage. Oh well.
Oh well.
Good old Bucky. Those are some gigantic shotgun shells.
You think they're buckshots?
Well, I guess one of them would be, right? Because you have the left click and the right click.
Oh, yeah.
Other one would just be a straight slug.
Hell yeah, look at you knowing some stuff and things.
That is, I don't even know if that's accurate, but I'm going to go with it.
We'll commit. Get the spike. Thank you. Here we go. 4-0. We check in with the money real quick. We have a little look-see. Here we are. Okay. Decent enough. Back on the buy. Armor now for Taimu. And we've got a stack towards B this time. 3 players here instantaneously. Maybe a switch up now coming out from ScreaM's team, just purely because they might be aware that on that last gun round, they did hit B long. They were quite quick on the pressure towards that. This might keep them a little humble. Nice little misinformation coming out from the Omen. Going to put the orb over there, buy some time, and aggression and information garnered from that long push.
All right, here we go. There's the Raze ult. It's prediction, and I don't think it got anything. Brimstone's brought down very, very low. He's going to get healed up. There's the Brimstone ult as well. And, oh, certainly Jerome's going to get one. Phoenix ult is popped to clear out showers. There's no one there, and he's got to protect his body. It's in the cover of the smoke for the moment and the wall, and he's going to try and be aggressive. Omen now teleporting into the action as well.
This isn't going to be comfy. Oh, my God. Taimu, this is your moment. Don't mess this up. You got to hit these. They're going to be crossing out the site. They probably don't clear this too cleanly. You might get a peek your way, but that's about it. They're probably more worried about the site. Location revealed towards CT. They are not going to be looking his way, but where are they going? Are they heading back around? Look at the info coming in. Oh, my word. The A info is huge from David P.
Yeah, they did this previously. Oh, he's only going to get the one, but it doesn't matter. They have the opening, and Omen cannot challenge to stop this plant. That would be way too aggressive. They need him to keep a foothold for the rest of the retake to come in. Is he going to try and turn the corner? Here comes the blind. He's going to do it, but oh, he's got there with the op. The angle is held, and it's a 3-on-2 post-plant.
The angles could work, but it's the final couple of players that can just buy time. They can just run that clock down so low. And the reveal comes in. The swing comes out. The wall could have been put up, but the shots aren't landing. Taimu, unfortunate, gonna have to just back away from this. And they know his position. They heard the shot before. So they might hunt this operator and get it out of his hands.
Yeah, two of them. At least going to go for the trade. Let's see if he's got it. First shot is in. Sage. ScreaM's got it with the headshot, of course. 5-0. And we saw Team ScreaM run the same exact strategy previously when they took that long TP, I think on the first gun round. They actually left Raze in hookah to lurk and cut off the rotations. This time, they take the TP to go to the B-bomb site. Raze sticks around, and when he hears all the rotations, he moves up and he lets them know, this is clear. You guys can come back. I'm already pushed towards CT spawn. That's the winning recipe. Now, the question is Finland, next time that TP happens, are they going to have players stick around to clear that Raze out of their position?
They're getting conditioned to feel so many ways. I almost feel bad for them. It's hard to read into that, right? It's like, how do I now ever trust the audio cues I've been given? I can't rotate. I can't get to the sites quickly. Is it going to be a fake again? Or, you know, it's very, very tricky to do this. We do see 3 players quite close by towards Ada on a lighter buy. Ek is comfortably outdoing Jerax there, even on that Marshall, not able to make much connect. Now the play coming through, a little bit of a weird angle. Taimu, the shotgun's good, but he needs more than just one here to make it happen. Not going to be given away anything else. Nixon's already gone down. This looks like this could be already a bit of a problem. Wait, what? Jasmine? If you did that, Jasmine, I would have loved it. That would
he's tried to make a lot of really cool plays happen in this. I admire that. Here we go. Taimu, shotgun of your own. ScreaM is not going to be scared whatsoever. 6-0.
Yeah, so far so good for ScreaM and the boys. 6-0. They're walking through this. Jasmine, Taimu doing okay. We need a little bit more from the others just to get themselves feeling competitive, warm into this. You don't want to be sitting on the donut.
Well, this is
starting blocks.
Yeah, they're going to have a tough time. Remember, Ice Paper Hands is very solid with the op, as we saw previously. So I imagine he's going to have something to say about this game later on when he gets set up. He's already had some very good kills in the post plant as the retakes have come in. Either way, look, Finland just has to put rounds on the board at this point. They need something.
Certainly do. They're unable to temper the aggression. Again, this composition without those smokes, without certain pieces, it's very hard to hinder some of these quite aggressive hits coming out from ScreaM and the gang. Good ultimate usage, though. This could be quite nice. This is relatively all in if you're looking at the attacking side, but look at Cypher. This is a nice flank from Ekis. This could be a huge position coming around. Just needs to buy to... Oh, the bot. The bot does only so much, and now just spraying, and he's under pressure, but he's bought so much time and so much information. Finally, Jasmine's Boombot comes in from the grave and helps him out, but we have seen finally a bit of a stand from Finland.
Yeah. David P and ScreaM. These guys are tough to clear out. Oh, ScreaM needed the headshot. Not going to happen. Good shooting from Taimu. Good ult as well. 3 frags for him. He's got Finland on the board finally. Took 7 rounds, but they'll be happy with that.
It's the start, right?
Did he tag anyone, or was that a blind ult knowing that they were going to be pushing the choke point? I
actually don't know.
I think it was just a blind ult.
I don't know.
Ooh,
it could have been anything. I'm not too sure. Again, maybe just feeling it out. Maybe there's utility, maybe there's sound, maybe there's something. Taimu getting quite aggressive here, and it's him and two others pushed up on this, and long aggression as well to couple this. This is the first time we're seeing an aggressive CT side coming out from the Finnish team, at least in this matchup. Instantly on the peak, instantly outdone. That is a player who knows how you want to play. Ice Paper Hands has his number all day of the week. The aggression isn't stopping though.
I love that. Nixon saw the drone and just straight pushed up. It seemed like even Team ScreaM was relatively prepared for that kind of aggression. But now, again, what a difficult time to have to, if you're on the defense, to recover in this scenario. Ooh. Distance, cheeky, inside of the smoke, gonna pounce out. He knows one has gotten by him already. He has no idea where he is, but he knows someone is certainly here. Delaying as long as possible. There it is. David P, patient, and he's got the kill.
Good lord. Good.
They're styling, Lauren.
They are. They're running through them. I mean, you look at this composition, you have some very solid kind of team players around them. They have, people who are in consistent lineups playing consistent tournaments, and then you've just got some heavy fraggers coming in as well, which is, it's a very nice composition to have. I mean, technically, Finland, I don't know how many of these players, apart from Taimu and Jesmond, are completely grinding this. It's something I'm still, working out. I need to know who these players are. I saw Jesmond in a team with, other Finns that I know. He's not on that roster anymore, but he could be looking for other options, whereas I know most of ScreaM's team are looking to be competitive in certain rosters. I think it's Fish 123 and a couple of the others. It's a hard combo to get past. As much as you want to call them aimers, they have the solid foundries of some very good players around them.
Well, this early as well in Valorant's lifespan, aimers are going to be very, very deadly until people start figuring out the strategies to use to kind of neutralize that impressive aim. 3 players leaning towards the B bomb site: Sage, Omen, and Raze for the defense for Finland. Cypher on a nasty little lurk over towards Showers as well. Going to try and let his teammates take the attention and then push in to try and find one player backing towards CT spawn, or providing them with the escape route as well.
Nice work from Jesmond. That's a good opener, but he needs a little bit more here. They need more here to stop this. The pressure now being noted. We've got all of the utility being put down towards Long Jesmond again. Doubling down. Taimu this time shutting down that lurk. And now we're going to see finally a bit of a hold on this play towards B, but it's not over yet. We're still seeing a bit more, and Jesmond got himself 3. He knows this could be another in this general direction. David P trying to fight a way forward. Surely he's not going to be giving any more room.
Might have had some misinformation with those packs. He was... Oh, that's an off angle inside of the tube. Good kill from Jesmond. Good round. 4 frags for him. He might have even... Yeah, just 4. I was going to say, there was 1 revive. I'm not sure who got that kill on the follow-up.
Yeah. No, Jesmond, I think that's the thing. Jesmond's an incredibly solid player. There's no disputing that, but you're not going to be able to have that every round where you get to kind of pick your fights. You get to kind of pick the tempo that they come in at. So I hope he can try and replicate that, and the others can try and hold on to this A site. They've been struggling with this A hit.
Well, they've been struggling with both of them, right? And that was the first time I felt like the defense was able to contain the attack towards B, but that was because they had 3 players there. Like, how often are you going to be able to have 3 players at that B bomb site every time the attack comes in?
Looking at this, the ultimate before from Taimu definitely did some help towards A, but even then, struggling to convert. Nixon holding close, Jesmond up on APC. And we're just waiting it out. Time for the ultimate. Holding on for a second. But you can see the instant regress, the instant fallback from the attackers. Don't want to give away too much information. That's a nice pick, though.
Right at the end of its timer, David P goes down. Back to long B we go. 2 players defending here. This was the question we just posed. Will they be able to hold on to the site when there's only 2 players and not 3 defenders? There's the Omen orb clearing. And a wall gets put up as well. So for now, there's relative safety for the defense.
Somewhat, but this lurk has been noted before, and it's going to be noted again. Taimu gets outdone. It looks like Ice Paper Hands definitely has his number, but Jesmond on the trade. So do they work out? Okay, that was the standard flank we've seen from these guys, or is there more to this? For now, they're going to put a couple more eggs in towards that B basket.
Teleported in as Omen. Oh, not prepared though, Riku. And now Omen is just so trapped. Nixon, the only one remaining. Ekis, triple kill on the round, might have just opened things up. Here comes the push through from Jesmond, but Ekis is ready for that as well. 8-2. God damn. They're ready for everything.
They really are. I mean, they just slip onto site so comfortably and then just pick up kills as they go. It's incredibly impressive. And I mean, I said it's nothing strategically beautiful. I mean, it's working very well, of course. There's no disputing that, but it's not like they're changing the game. They're not, coming out with Navi style 10-second, well scripted hits, or this crazy like punish lurking Astralis approach or anything like that. But their fundamentals are solid and their aim is hard to get past. Individually, you pound for pound, it's looking like ScreaM's team is just sadly that little bit ahead right now.
Deploying drone.
Drone to lead the way. You can trade off of that. Oh, the tag comes in. Here's the ult. I believe that's one tag. Over towards Showers. Jessamine can get nothing done. That's an awkward fight. Another ult is popped, and the ults are just so brutal for this defense. Everyone is scrambling to get out of the way, and none of them can do it successfully.
The last two, well, Omen's surrounded on all fronts, feeling uncomfortable, feeling pressured. Looking for maybe a player out of place, but that wall's keeping him safe. And the flank, it's with a stinger. I mean, ambitious at the best of times. You're going to have one close left, which might get the peak on you now. And there it is. Ice Paper Hands, cold as ever. Just chilling. Not too worried. 9-2. This is a very commanding half. And certainly going to send a little bit of a message here that you got to come out with a little bit more than that. And sadly for Riku, it's not been a good half.
I mean, it's just so tough to handle. Team ScreaM uses their ults just perfectly. I mean, you have the smoke wall, you have the ice wall set up, and then all of a sudden over both of those things when there's no information being gathered, the Sova ult is going off, which is causing your defenders to scramble trying to dodge. And then on top of everything, the Raze ult is just brutal from David P. We came into this talking about David P and ScreaM. They're at 9 and 10 kills respectively, and it's Ekis at what, 17? So a new player has joined the party.
Happy to see it. David P highlighting the aggression here again. Utility kit being incredibly well used. But Ekis had a quiet couple of first games. Outdoes Omen. I'm very surprised he managed that one. He seemed surprised himself. Riku only being kept alive for so long. David P's position is going to uncover this pretty soon. Taimu on the swing back in, but by now the bomb's already towards the site. They have 4 players there. Maybe this ultimate could do something, but even by this point, it's got to land, and he's not looking likely.
They are... Finland has no chance at holding on to this. They are all scrambling to do whatever they possibly can, desperately. I almost feel bad at this point. Poor Riku.
I mean, you got to learn, right? I mean, that's how it goes. You learn from teams that you lose to, so you'll come back in stronger next time. And for these players, it's a good showcase. I don't think anyone walking away from this will think, oh yeah, Taimu, Jesmine, these guys, they're bad players. You think, oh, okay, they've actually, put up a good competitive match. This is a grand finals. Anyone who's watched the kind of tournaments building up to this, looking at that ScreaM roster, go, that's pretty scary. I don't think anyone else out there would have done it. Same with the Team UK squad. Considering they had a lot of the kind of arguably one of the better teams behind the scenes building in that roster as well. And the other half are in ScreaMs, you've got to sit there and say, yeah, these guys should be doing very well. The Finnish team was always a question mark in regards to, I know Jesmine's pretty solid. How's Taimu doing? How much time has he had on this? Is this going to be his next big thing? But that's beyond the point right now because we're into the second half and ScreaM's already found 1.
Here we go. Pushing forward right into the trap. They're slowed. They have nowhere to go. Good kill. Important kill from Nixon to even make this pistol round a chance for them to win. Ekis up in hookah, though, and they're stalled out. They've hit a line that they just cannot cross. Finally, ScreaM goes down, but still one more. Good spam from the Ghost. Taimu and Jesmine responding in kind. 1 versus 2, but look at the HP on Sova. This is doable for Jerome. They're going to back away and go to the teleporter for sure.
Wait a little later on the second one, see if there's any noise quickly. Not to be had. Jerome pretty far out from this. Looks like the mid-rotation could be available. Again, very clearly A now, obviously to our eyes, but Jerome going to just kind of take the time. But by now, that post-plant positioning could be anywhere. Very hard to uncover, and the planters are going to be able to take their time on this position. No contact yet. They should be able to work out. Okay, no teleporters. No one from CT. Let's start watching our backs here.
Yeah, I almost think to win this, Jerome had to take a few more risks. He's played this very conservative in terms of walking most of the way. It's just way too much time for them to get comfortable, and you're exactly right. By now, if no one is coming towards CT, if you haven't seen it on that choke point, you know it's a flank. You just absolutely know it. Recon's going to give away the game as if they didn't already know. They have all the intel now. And Jerome certainly going to go down at the end. Even if he gets both of the kills, timer is way too far gone. And Jesmond finishes it off. 10-3 in the favor of Team ScreaM.
Yeah, good work. 10-3. I mean, for Finland, as you know, using all of that utility seemed a bit ridiculous. But then again, you know, if you've only got 3 rounds, you got to use everything at your disposal, right? Even in those situations, can't take it too lightly. There's threats at every corner. Give ScreaM a sheriff. He's still terrifying. Give him a ghost. He could still get 2 of you. Same could be said for Ekis right now. The man's playing a very, very solid game. So big investment now coming out for the Finns. And it's a hard one because, you know, the round after this, you might be put in a position where you won't have the best buy and you're going to have your backs to the wall. But aggression coming out from the defensive side. I think that's 5 players potentially all in one area. They definitely know something's up now.
It certainly doesn't help when like 4 players shoot at the recon turret as well. Everyone took a shot. And yeah, the aggression is forced away. All the information is passed over. And everyone's thirsty on Team Finland. They don't know, you know, how many more kills they'll be able to get in this map. So why not go for the ecos?
ScreaM just scares me, dude. Like, in every scenario, you see him just, like, swing out like that. It's like, okay, what's he gonna do with this?
That ghost is so powerful. Like, there are times... I used to think that I was going to get good with the sheriff, and then I realized the ghost, even on eco rounds, is, like, god tier.
Yeah, why bother? just stick on the ghost.
It's cheaper, and it's way more fun.
Cheap and fun. It's what we like here, Jason. 10-4.
My favorite.
I know. Let alone add some glitter to that, and we're away. Let's have a look at that buy coming out, if we could, quickly. Oh, it's yeah. I guess Davey P's a little lower in that regard because he's on that bulldog. We do have potentially a glass cannon coming out, but Timer's gonna be able to have armor on his. But on the attacking side, obviously questionable how viable that is. But the problem is when you go towards B, you're going towards ScreaM. So this is where it gets a little scary.
Look at the flank as well. David Peace pushed all the way through shower. He's clearing everything out. There's going to be 3 players. Sova's coming over. So, I mean, if and when they get stopped, you have to imagine by this wall, you have to think that teleporter is going to be a good resource for him. ScreaM holding on as long as he possibly can, and it's putting his teammates in danger. He's got to be careful. There's the wall coming up at just the right moment. Slow orb going to come out as well. David Peace been found on the flank, and now ScreaM has to back away. A lot of those advantages that Team ScreaM just had have disappeared.
That's not bad, though. Ekis going to really provide some information, and the swing on the shot is excellent, but Ice Paper Hands is the one lighting up the board right now. Taimu evens it out towards ScreaM, but it's Ice Paper Hands, the glass cannon, 38 HP. He doesn't need much more. Excellent play again from this player. Definitely getting people's attention.
That Cypher, who's playing Cypher? Ekis. He's having a game and a half. That camera placement at the back of Hookah that came in late when they knew there were like 2 players in there, tagged one. I think it was killed through the smoke, but then, I mean, it might have even been the one that he killed secondary as the smoke was clearing. It's just perfect information gathering, the wall out towards long as well. They did a great job. And unfortunately for Finland, even when you take care of the flank, you have to realize if that flank has gotten all the way to that position, they know exactly what's happening. That hit is going to be very, very difficult.
7-4 now. Okay, baited in a little there. Now, the one benefit to this is one, Ice Paper Hands is doing well for himself, and that's the spike. That's actually a very big benefit, tell a lie. I was going to talk about a small margin of, you know, having an advantage, but that is massive. Now, for Ice Paper Hands, you have to sit here and wait. Flash comes in, forces him off the angle. Doesn't count to 3, but hits the shot anyway. Tries to go back for it, and Riku's there already on the peak. So, I mean, when you're up 11-4, you get a little bit more leeway to be aggressive.
There's an Omen in shower. I don't think Jerome spotted him somehow. Oh, there's a timing of that where he just straight up went down. Good kills from Riku. But still, I don't think they have any idea how close. There it is. Jerome spots him out right at the last second. He's gotten the kill. And now just 2 players left for Finland as they push up short A just past the teleporter, which they can take. There is flanks coming out. ScreaM is staying back towards Hookah. But I think Ekis is just going to end things. He's about to turn this corner now. And he sees a free double kill. Nope, he got both of them. I'm just gonna amend the memory in my brain.
Yeah, we don't worry about that. We move on. We chew Ares. Really? There we go. I was a little curious as to what was the plan with the Ares. Not the gun of choice. You know, prove me wrong.
Fine with it.
You're fine with everything. Anything weird, just like, yeah, go on then.
Yeah. There was a time though I felt like the Ares was really getting pushed by some of the top like streamers and players, and at least in NA. That says it all, I guess.
NA. Yep, there we are. Thank you for the clarification. I was worried when you said that. But 12 to 4, we're on map point. ScreaM's team just needs one more, and well, that is probably how you're going to get it. Riku does get down ScreaM, but by this point, you got a flying Ekis in your face. It's not feeling so hot, and poor old Time, who just has to watch as it all falls down. Ice Paper Hand, what a player throughout that as well, individually, I've got to say, but Ekis with a turn-up of performance. Some of the players we did not see having those big games on, the first time we got to see ScreaM's team have definitely turned up here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like part of the reason why we probably didn't get to talk about them too much previously is because ScreaM played so well, David P played so well. Now some of those other guys just had a chance in this game and delivered. Very fine work. And again, it's that defensive side, I feel like, for Finland that is just going to struggle with this kind of a composition. And they got ran over. I mean, there was never any hesitation from the ScreaM side of things, marching up long B constantly. Their A hits were devastating as well. So that is a pretty powerful start to the grand finals for Team ScreaM.
Yeah, it's certainly going to send a message, but let's not write it off yet. That's one map. The maps have definitely looked different before. These could be a little bit of a thing maybe to look at down the line. If it is just that is their home map, you just got to expect to have a hard game on it. But the way they played does feel like they're pound for pound a little bit better off. But we're going to reserve judgment until that second map comes around, of course, and see where the actual skill lays. Do you know what we're going into next?
I don't. Well, it's obviously going to be Finland's pick. They have the choice between Split and Haven. I haven't seen them pick it yet in the channel, so we'll just wait for the word. But yeah, oh, it is Split. Nice. And Finland is going to start on defense. Why not? Remember, this is where we saw them at least revert back to some kind of a standard play.
Now, and also let's throw our minds to Nuke, right? Let's think about it like that map where it's a CT-sided map technically and what have you. Your technical teams, your theory-crafted teams tend to do a little better. If you want to argue that ScreaM's team is filled with aim stars, which I don't think you really can after that performance, this could take them out of their comfort zone potentially, but I don't think you could. I think if they had just, 3 random streamers in there just alongside ScreaM and David P, sure, but they don't. They're solid players that should have a good idea of how to approach this by now.
Well, I'm thinking back to the first semifinal, and I watched David P on that Raze do a very good job of consistently eliminating those Cypher traps at the B bomb site.
Yeah.
If you're an inexperienced Cypher player, that is super frustrating. As an inexperienced Cypher player myself, I absolutely hated it.
Well, there we go. Now everyone's going to know about it as well. So have fun in your games later on. We're going to head to a short break, and when we're back, we'll be jumping into map 2.
Together group of Nazi hunters.
I want to know who you are!
Welcome to the hunt.
They're coming to America.
Everyone has a routine. I brush my teeth, eat breakfast, work out, and shave with Gillette. When I hop on the stream and plant this lovely face in front of millions of people, I'm not worried. I just show up, ready to play.
Welcome back to the European Brawl. This is the second time we've done it, and it might be the second time we see someone like ScreaM looking pretty hot in finals, to be fair. Now, whether or not they walk away with the win is yet to be seen, but right now, Finland's looking a little worse, where, and obviously I'm not alone in casting this. I have Moses beside me, and obviously this is presented by PaySafeCard. Jason, map 2, is it going to be a stomp?
Yeah, I think so. I felt like they were very outmatched in that first map.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be pretty bad stomp. I think what we're gonna see a little bit better resistance just by nature of the fact that it's like a little bit more heavily one-sided. But I still think overall, my problem is gonna be this time it switches for Finland. Like maybe they'll have that extra support on the defense because it is a defensively sided map. But when you switch over to the offense, they were so outgunned and outclassed individually that I don't know if there's a way back in this map.
Yeah.
Like
no,
think about ScreaM's team having the advantage of like perhaps individual skill, we could say, and then also the advantage that defense provides. I think this could spiral out of control pretty quickly.
It could. I'm a little worried that that could be the case. I think we'll find out pretty quickly if it actually is the matter there. I mean, by what, 5th round? If they get if they get anything on the board, we'll know pretty fast.
Yeah, that's about the time we'll have things figured out. Man, ScreaM just played so good. David P is there still, which we saw earlier in the semifinals do very, very well. But then you add in Ekis, like the Cypher was dominant. So if you look towards that B bomb site for ScreaM's defense, like that's how are you going to break into that when he was one of their best players in the previous map. So there's not a whole lot of positives I can speak of for Team Finland. But let's see how things go.
Yeah, we just have to kind of imagine if this isn't a comfortable map for ScreaM's team, that's where you could see something. But at this point, I feel like they should be comfortable on most maps. As you said, I don't know if we can really have many excuses in regards to that.
There's only 3 maps.
There's only 3 maps, and Jason now thinks every single CS team has to have a fully fledged map pool. If you don't, you're lazy. I can't believe he said it. I know. Here we go. Quick hit coming out. ScreaM's boys on the attack. The Finns on defense. Already Jarek's going to try and fall into this smoke, fall out of it too, and that's the spike down, but the trades are effective for ScreaM and the gang.
Yeah, not really realizing how deep that smoke went. Good gush onto Taimu, and oh, that's a beautiful flank. Spike not planted just yet. Ice Paper Hands out in the open, and oh, Riku with 2 kills in the pistol. That's good for him as well, because he spent a lot of time on that first map with no kills. So good for him to get started here early on. And for a map that's defensively sided, losing that pistol, that puts Team ScreaM in a pretty tough spot. They're going to have to grind out some very difficult gun rounds.
Yeah, it looks like they're investing into this, though. Looking at what they're buying,
Ooh.
this is a big investment. Maybe feeling themselves, this could be dangerous. Can put you in a worse spot down the line, of course.
Yeah, it's a bold play.
This could be fun. Let's see what they do in this because they've got to have a plan in mind. They could just say, run it up mid. We have seen that sometimes the Finnish team went a little light on their second round buys. This time they haven't. So David P gonna just take a second or two. This is slow build. They're not going fast. And obviously you want to draw out utility. This is all part of the plan. This is all part of the way it goes. Ice Paper Hands could try an entry into this. This splash could be massive as well. Oh my word. They all scatter, but Ice Paper Hands still puts that ghost to work. And now Jerax has to slow this down. Slow the roll slightly because right now the attacking team does have good mid control.
Yeah, and they haven't lost a whole lot of health for it either. They're still pretty damn high HP. One player's going to back away. That was a nice flank. At least has good information. With this A push, Orb is gathered by Sova as well. Still 5 players from Team ScreaM just sitting in middle. This is opening up the flanks. This is allowing Raze to push towards T-spawn. And if they turn the corner, if they try and go back to the A bomb site, they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, this is when the paranoia hits.
I take it back.
ScreaM. Why are you aware of that? I guess ScreaM saw him in, the sewers, and then he just... Again, ScreaM things, man. This guy's got a great read on the game, and now you're going to have Jerax hearing all of this. Definitely heard
He only has a pistol.
But they ain't coming over here. Oh, now one of them's coming over. That's ScreaM gone. The others went through sewer. No one else is nearby. This is a misread. And Taimu's going to head right back towards B, but by now, they're slightly behind the curve.
That's a misread caused by misdirection. That's actually a pretty cool play from Team ScreaM to make those footsteps, force him to call that due to the lesser utility. Oh, the timer. They need to get that spike planted right now, and they're not going to be able to do it. What a desperate win for Finland. I think they're going to take this. Oh, no, the spike is planted at the last moment. 1 versus 2.
Taimu almost had that god tier play of the push, and now it's down to Jerax. They're not a stranger to pressure, but this one would be definitely valuable to Finland. Let's see if he can get the information he needs. Oh, he's got the drone. That's big. Spots him out. He knows where he is. Now he just has to clear it. Easier said than done if it's David P. Time continues to tick, trying to get that little bit of pressure to build, and step by step touches the bomb. He's chosen the wrong side. Information now known. Time is against him. I think this one might be David P's all day long. And it's actually Jerome, excuse me, who's on the brim. And well, as it stands, a risky investment, and it's kind of worked out.
That's crazy that they're able to make that work. Oh, that is pretty wild. Now there is a chance for some shenanigans on the Finland side. You can see 2 players, Sova and Cypher, both having 4,300. They can actually buy up with that and get the full-blown rifles if they want to go, and they are indeed. 1 rifle, 2 rifles picked up, SMGs, and a Bucky on Jesmond. But man, ScreaM hitting that shot in T-spawn is wild. Like, he's reading the possibility. The fact that it's just such a quick headshot after that is craziness. There's one of the rifles gone. Nade comes out. Bucky doing a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot.
No, not enough. Nowhere near enough. Nixon's going to be working his way over there, but this is going to be hard to hold. It feels like they're trying to just grip at water as they're just slipping through for now. They haven't pushed this advantage yet. They're kind of sitting by ramps here. Maybe wait and see if someone else comes a look in, and they did, and Nixon gets swept back by David P. And you're just seeing one by one, the Finns are kind of falling for it. They're kind of walking into the trap. But Jesmond, maybe he could be the saving grace. Sadly, it doesn't seem like it. They're all too aware, all too smart at this. And, oh, Jesmond. This is mean. But he does at least take Ice Paper Hands with him. That's not bad. Trade it out eventually. There's the ultimate coming in. There's still a chance here.
Yeah, that's doable, especially with that kill right there. ScreaM's got to be careful. He's got to back away. Bolt is destroyed. Ticking deeper is the spike. Here comes the drone in. They're going to try and trade it out. Sage not going too far. They haven't spotted anyone. They're finally right behind the signage, but they know likely ScreaM is ready to peek from the other angle. One protecting the other. Slowly moving in. And there's the first kill. That's ScreaM and the follow-up. What a great retake and recovery for Finland.
Yeah, between these two, the communication was clearly on point, understanding which angles they were vulnerable from, instantly finding out where these players were, utilizing that drone well, understanding that no one could leave the site. Smart play from Team Finland. That's what you want to see, that smart sort of approach. that sadly just got overrun, it felt, on the first map. Maybe this is a better option for them. Of course they are on the defending side, but you saw what happened to the money there after what ScreaM did to them. That's a big recovery. Not sure what the money's like now. It should be pretty shattered if I'm honest, but it looks like Ice Paper Hands still was able to fashion a buy here. That's a little interesting. What are they doing on this purchase? Weird stuff.
Well, listen, it's worked once. This is it feels like a very ride or die strategy though, right? Like eventually it's gonna turn and it's not gonna pan out, and then you're left holding nothing. I think it's just based off the fact they also have ults available. And he's gonna push forward. There's the trap. He's spotted two. He knows one is to the left and one is to the right, and this time Ekis can't get that follow-up kill. Neither can David P. This time the defense holds strong.
Yeah, Taimu chiming in for one is certainly going to help the matter, and they haven't really been able to find their way forward from this choke point just yet. Ice Paper Hand still doing damage, and that Molotov is burning Taimu! Oh no, ScreaM's already there, he's got armor, he's got the gun, he bought armor and no other gun, and now he picked up the rifle that was dropped. Jesmond just dives in there, he wants this one back. Ice Paper Hands is down, but now look at the HP, it is low, and it's a 1v.
That's going to be a dead giveaway. ScreaM's already even watching towards the flank. Bomb being planted, and now they know 100%. I like that. He considered the revive, considered popping the ult. I think he might have been called off by a teammate. Either way, 4-2 for Team ScreaM. Remember what we just saw in Finland versus Turkey was that Finland had to really battle to get 4 rounds on this T half. So they've got to be, they're kind of at the limit already with Team ScreaM has already gotten to 4 in just 6 rounds.
Yeah, and the money's good for ScreaM squad. They're all sitting, well above, well, most of them are above 5k. You've got 3k and 2k. They're all comfortable. And the problem is you can't say the same at all for the Finns. You've got Bucky still out. Taimu's there, but yeah, he's on a glass cannon. I mean, it's not going to be a fun game at all. Nice little bit of information going to be revealed, and we're going to see the ultimates coming out. Bit of an aggressive push. Off the back of it, Jesmond has found ScreaM. That's a big scalp to claim. Not going to be too upset with that. Going to just keep this aggression up. Forced off the... Oh, no. Forced off... Oh, no. There we go. Forced off the angle by the Boombot, but goes back... What?
Ult. Here we go. He's got it. 4 kills. That is that is so gross. Why is he so good with a Bucky?
I don't know, but I want to get the Bucky. I want to try it out.
I'm playing with a shotgun all night.
God damn. Look at this. Oofed. Oofed.
The burst fire as well. Bucky and burst fire combo.
That's just filth, isn't it? That's just like, no one loves to see that.
The only thing I'm upset about in that whole round is that he didn't save that for the double boost ult over the wall.
You're right. It could have happened. Could have been there.
That's very selfish of him.
No more charges left.
Already mid-pressure building, but this time we have to be warded away from this. Not gonna have as much of it easy. Oh lordy! Oh my god! If that had team damage, I don't know how that didn't kill him at that point. But for now, they've managed to make it slightly further ahead. A bit of a waste on the ultimate, but this is a scrappy game. Apparently, maybe it'll calm down in the second half. But for now, ScreaM's team are happy to throw anything at the wall. They're happy to see if anything's going to stick, and for now, the Finns having to back away from this. We want to see them kind of peel away from this area, just kind of sit back a little bit deeper. Give up Heaven Control, which does suck. It does cost you rotation ability, and now the pressure coming towards A is going to be even harder because the rotations are so far off.
Yeah, even Ray's being at an off angle, it's not going to matter. Jesmond, oh, he's going to get spotted now as well. Good shot from the op. Taimu's just here, dropped, and there's one more left. They know it from the Cypher ult, but they could just let him sit there and sweat. They don't have to do anything.
It's time to see if they get that way back in. There's a revive, so they're up for it. They're going for it, and time is going to be of the essence. Nixon, Jesmond, all looking for that way back through to this. Jesmond goes down. That's David P coming in from, kind of, I guess, T side. David P again towards Riku. And they've played them in off this angle, and it's sadly not worked out with Ekis already finding Taimu. Ekis is going to swing out and catch Nixon. That was a very well handled round from the attacking side, considering they have 4 alive at the end. Spike down, everything's going their way.
Yeah, I mean, Finland could not afford to take a pick at that A-bomb site in that scenario with that much pressure being applied, with the fact that they were forced, as you mentioned, out of B heaven. They had a third player rotating from A to B at that time because of all that pressure, and then losing the anchor of the bomb site was just the death blow. There was nothing you could really do, even though Jerome is still alive, no HP, or not Jerome, excuse me, Jesmond. So I knew it started with a J.
Proud of you, dude.
Thanks, man. I do my best.
You're doing great, Jason. Taimu looking to find some greatness. Sadly for him, it's not in that moment. Still trying to work out how to play that Cypher to a comfortable extent. Obviously, still very diligent in the game, but
Maybe he did what I always do, which is press your quick switch button, which is Q, and then feel like an idiot throwing a little trap down in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no, is that? Oh, Jason, is this a problem?
It's Counter-Strike player problems for sure. Now, one would say that I could just rebind the button to something other than Q, but that seems silly.
That seems too much work. And look what they've done here. They've taken mid control. They've started to split towards A. But Jesmond's aggression actually worked out for a second there. If he could have isolated that spike, that could have been pretty good, to be honest. But the revive comes in and it kind of negates all that progress that they had before. ScreaM's now coming in as well from the same direction. Where's Nixon? Oh, it's not great, but it might get you one. No, it doesn't. ScreaM's too aware, too smart. And sadly for Jerax, he's had to watch as this all unfolds in front of him, but maybe he can make up for the loss of his teammates. Plays up towards heaven on the rafters. He's going to bide his time. 11 bullets and position being unveiled, looking towards where the others are. He knows where they are. He's got to know there's another towards the site. The Cypher was there. He's got to know it.
That trap gives him the position of both players, tries to fake it out, but no one's committed. That's a very tight angle from Taimu. Well done. 4-5, Finland on the board again, trying desperately to hang on in this match. But there's just so much money that you have to burn through on this ScreaM attack. They have a lot of cash, and even when they don't, they've proven twice now they've been able to win with the majority of their weapons being ghosts.
Yeah, it's quite a scary idea, isn't it? I mean, luckily that Cypher ultimate was very, very good for the Finnish team. That really helped out.
Again, it just feels the win conditions for Finland you can't replicate them, right? Like that round is only won because they over-rotated and had someone in the bomb site, like the fourth player.
It was a random additional man.
Yeah.
Revealing area. Found them.
There we go. A little bit of info found towards A. So Jerax wants to push into that, but walking through that smoke could be a dangerous plan. Nothing much more found as of yet. The ultimate's going to force off, but it's Jerome. Jerome is doing quite nicely now. And ScreaM to follow up. They're having success everywhere on the map. The thing was that this two-prong hit might have been the eventual destination, but the vast majority of ScreaM's team were over towards mid, so now, against the odds, Taimu gonna have to go big, or it's gonna be a hard half. As wants to take the control towards ramp, tries to get the timing, flashed out, molly down, and another flash in case it wasn't enough, but he's done well to find another. Ice Paper Hands does fall. Riku then picks up the mantle. Jason, it's not over yet.
It's not. It's desperate, though. 1 versus 2, and you can see Riku not really sure where the second player is. They know they spotted one, the Brimstone, who was far back in that very same choke point. Now going to start coming in. Still a wall available for Riku to use. Knows where the bomb is planted. Good first kill. 30 HP left. And you have ScreaM left on the other side as well as he slowly clears everything out. And ScreaM is just toying. He's not going to tap the spike.
You feel like it's happening. You get excited. You see that operator working. You're like, here we go.
No, but it's so cool. Like contrasting this to the previous semifinal that we watched. Remember, I was expressing some frustration with seeing how long those ults, especially the Brimstone ult, was being held on to. ScreaM's squad is just popping those ults whenever they have the chance, and like they're using that information, right? Like they've seen that battle from below and the player push at the top ramp towards the A bomb site. So the ult on top, and they double peek the player down below, and it's just, I mean, they're using their ults just so wisely, all their utility. So they're just on a good streak right now.
Yeah, and again, Finnish economy in the garbage. Down to, well, I mean, the Buckies have kind of worked for some of them. These flashes are good, though. They're very nice. Ice Paper Hands going to show him how it's done with that. ScreaM going to put down the slow towards ropes in case any rotation was coming in. And, well, time has been found, so the rotations are pretty far off.
Yeah, man, everyone is delivering. The first semifinal we had, as we mentioned, it was David P and ScreaM. Now, we're having Jerome have some huge rounds here. So, I mean, everyone is just clicking at the moment as Team ScreaM marches to what appears to be the European Brawl Championship.
How is he just so, like, consistent? Oh, ScreaM! ScreaM! We've got some BM. Is that allowed? Is that...
It's allowed.
We like a teabag?
We love a teabag.
We love a teabag. I am British. I should appreciate it more than anything.
ScreaM is 16-5.
That's pretty good. Can we just have a round with ScreaM? Let's just have a whole round with ScreaM. That's what I want. I just want to see what it's like to be a 16-5 player in a grand finals against, a pretty good team. So, because I don't get those feelings. 3 players on the other side, though, actually, by heaven, they could swing on this if they want to go aggressive. Let's see how ScreaM approaches it. Full utility kit, has ultimate, has everything potentially in front of them. Waiting out that utility. The rest of the squad are walking into B. Oh my god, they've conditioned them so badly. Look at this. All that utility and the rest of the squad, look at the top left, walking out there. So he gets one and done. But look at the amount of room they've garnered.
Oh, it just feels so silly. Oh, this is the Phoenix ult as well. It's going to go down. He doesn't get anything done with it, but he does push forward at the very least. Hanging out. There's the turn of the corner. 1 kill for Ice Paper Hands. The Cypher ult logging in as well, and they have all the information necessary. Everyone is at B heaven. Here comes the ult. Here comes the... Oh, again, I don't know how that's not gotten the kills.
I don't know. I do not understand how it works sometimes. Taimu and Nixon do what they can, but this has gone beyond a good half. This is a commanding half. This is a scary half to look up against. And I don't know how you recover from this, if I'm honest. I mean, you can have a good defensive side. Yes, of course, you can do what's just done back to you. But the problem is you have, such a small margin of error to do it within.
Well, the problem is, I mean, to get an 8-4 half like that on the attacking side, remember how this half started. It was, losing the pistol round, and then they, invest in SMGs and Ghosts, and they win the second. And then they lose the third, and then they do it all over again in the fourth. So the fact that, I mean, you're even able to win in those low econ, like, that's a luxury that most teams won't have. Most compositions won't have. And they also have a 17-kill ScreaM leading the scoreboard.
Feels good. Feels real good to get that little bit of a benefit. And Ice Paper Hands is about to have a flood of Finns towards him. Noted. Now needs to back away. He's in trouble. He is called for support. Flash is coming through. A nice attempt, but overrun. These guys are staying as a squad, pushing together. ScreaM has turned up, and he's tapping. Oh, no! ScreaM! Stop it! Why are you laughing at their misery, Jason?
Oh, he's a freak of nature. He's a freak, and the only way to take him down is from behind. That is so perfect.
God damn, why is he so good at this game? I don't care if they even win or lose this round. That's just ridiculous.
It's so unreasonable.
It's like, can you imagine, like, you have to make your game in mind of keeping players like ScreaM, like, not too OP. Oh, can it, like, do pretty good headshots sometimes? Yeah, I guess it can. Right, we need to nerf it. White Eye is killing 4 people every round, isn't he? Oh.
That was a 3-on-5. That was a 3-on-5 until ScreaM gets involved. 1, 2.
It's just, it's... I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how he does it. I get it. You click on the heads. See, he's the guy who he's the only person right in the world who actually took like Twitch chat's advice and was like, just click on the heads. That's it. Easy game. And there it is.
Runs that headshot strategy.
That's it. Smart as heck. 9-4 though. It's not looking so good.
No, but they did crack into this bomb site in the previous round. Again, a 1-for-1 trade, and that's the only defender. So another retake is in the cards. It's a cool little trap position as well.
Still an idea, isn't it? Oh, information. Jesmond gets it for free. David P goes down. Taimu on the site. Jerax towards Hell. They've got good info here.
Yeah, they should be able to handle this. Don't peek from that position. Do not give up this powerful of an angle. Just stay alive. That's a recon dart to let them know when they come out, if they come out. Ekis getting involved in the action. Quick trade from Taimu. Now he's got to peek towards the elbow. That's a wall to sprout up. Jerome's got the kill. ScreaM over the top, and it's just Jesmond. They know he has to come through the smoke. He jumps around the corner. He's got the first headshot. Nate is out, but is it going to be in time? I think it just might be. Yes. Jesmond with triple kill and a 5th round on the board for Finland.
Could that have been any closer? Whew. I mean, they're scrappy too. Finland aren't letting it go just yet. If you just tuned in and you see 9-5, you're like, well, you know, this is fine. I mean, yeah, ScreaM did that on the attack. That's the scary part, right? That's where you got to kind of draw the line. It's like, now it's their turn on defense. That's where you got to kind of keep in mind towards. But, you know, Finland, it's all up to them. This is the brilliance of this game. If you can come up with something good, you're starting to see Jasmine come into it, Taimu coming into it. These are the players that you want to be looking at to get that form building. And if they do, that 24-8 still looks scary, but it's, you know, it's not as scary.
ScreaM has been spotted. And of course, he's going to peek for the fight, this time with the Sheriff, not the Ghost. 4 players in mid. Smoke is going to come down, but they're already well past it and in towards B Heaven. It's just the Spectre, needs at least the first crouch. Sprays, commits. 2 players defending B, and they're already trying to evacuate the situation. It's just ScreaM left, and this is too much even for him.
There it is. Trade comes out. And we wait for the final man. Ice Paper Hands. Looking for a way through. David P coming back in. Swing and a miss. Nixon's there. David P falls. Ice Paper Hands going to follow suit as well. We're getting back into a closer game now. We're starting to get a bit of a build-up here. We're starting to see a little bit more fighting back. This is looking pretty fun to me. I mean, keep in mind, you know, ScreaM's team did face against the German squad in the quarterfinals. They kind of, I don't want to say breezed through it, you know, 13-9s.
Oh, wow, okay.
They didn't play split. They, you know, banned that out on the 2-0. You know, the big one for me is the Team UK, you know, they put them through their paces a little bit. It wasn't a freebie, right? It wasn't completely easy for them to get through. You know, it was that, you know, 2-1. So Team UK did manage to beat them on split, of course. So this isn't their best map, but right now we're seeing the players doing very well.
All right, here we go.
Like
Little one tap and a ghost. Nice damage done by David P. Oh, but they couldn't do anything about that. I think they needed a little bit more to turn this round. That's a nice push from Team Finland to get into that bomb site. But weapons are being gathered towards the B site. 2 rifles picked up, and they actually don't even really need to go for this retake if they don't want to.
No. I'm getting pretty close to it though.
Joke's over. You're dead.
I think because they're going to buy next round no matter what, they might just see what kills they can have, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess why not at this point. You might as well just try and make it dangerous on every round, put the pressure against them, but we're getting to a closer scoreline. 9-7, it's getting back there. As much as, you know, I wanted to give, you know, ScreaM's team a great deal of credit on this map, Finland's doing the same thing back to them right now. This could still have a lot more room.
Yeah, I mean, they've already got their 3, right? You know, we mentioned against Turkey, it took them, you know, all 12 rounds of the second half to get to that 4th round to actually take the map. So they're right there knocking on the door. That's got to feel much, much better than what they just played in the semifinal. 9-7, 2-round lead for ScreaM and his band of merry men.
Ooh, time with a little bit of a piece towards middle. Looks like a split towards B. Jesmond showing a little face towards A, but you've got 2 players in mid, 2 towards B. Halls. If they get Heaven control or Heaven pressure, they could split this, but they've got 3 players to come up against.
Running in towards the B bomb site. Ekis is dodging the sound cues, wants to get close up, perhaps for a peek, but gotta be careful. Here comes the ult from Sova, trying to get some information towards Heaven. I don't think he spotted a single thing. Recon dart coming in, even that won't find any intel. So all of his intel using utility has just gone to waste.
Oh, the wall from ScreaM could not be better. And another player gets lined up, and how are you unaware of this absolute beast just lurking around in the ice? Taimu going to beat out Jerome, and he's going to see him again. He needs some control on this ScreaM. He's going to switch the pistol. Don't do it to him. Taimu's still alive for now, 20 HP, and he's got 3 bullets. That's all he's got to play with, trying to make it happen. And a player slowly coming through Heaven. He's got a time limit on the success.
Oh no, this was the worst ult ever. That's the worst ult ever. It's given a chance to Taimu. Oh, and now we could just bail out towards the A bomb site. This is not good. Not good at all. Ooh, he's going to spin. He's going to turn. He's going to challenge, but David P is ready.
10-7. Let's watch this one back. Play it back for us. This was ScreaM kind of isolating the players back by the B halls and then turning it around and finding Jarex pretty comfortably. I almost felt the timer was going to go down as well, but it wasn't in the end. It was going to be David P to find him. And that little bit of a spin around in the fight. Smart play from David P to not take that too lightly either, keep in mind.
That is a pretty crazy wall that ScreaM just busted out. It blocks the choke point and boosts him up. That's filthy.
Look, he's a good player. There's no disputing it. Boombot, time to go for a little drive. There we go. Keep that attention towards middle. A little bit of pressure towards A. We've got 3 players towards A this time for the defensive side. Ice Paper Hands be trying to be played in here. Sitting right on that. Oh, no. No. This is not nice. Taimu, what have you done to him? Don't kill him. There we go. All right. That was a little bit too cruel for me. The hop and the trap was a little bit too far.
And the skip and the jump.
Yeah, let's see what Ekis can do, though. Because look how many players are coming his way right now.
Oh, he's got the one. He knows they're going to wrap around behind him, and he's got that as well. There's even a trap, and they know exactly where he is, and he still gets a double kill. That is pretty crazy. Riku inside of the site. Flashbang going to come out as the entrance begins. Bomb's not even planted yet, but it's going to go down anyways, and a revive should seal the round. A 3 versus 1. Sova's bailing to the other side of the map, and remember, he used his ult in the previous round. He won't have that in this one.
Oh,
okay.
Did you just get wallbanged through the box? What on earth? Yeah, so sadly for Jarex here, position might have been noted, but...
I know, I don't think it is. Look at...
Did they not realize?
Look at Sage and Phoenix rotating to A. I mean, I guess you'd still tag him and you could think he's in sewers, but like, wouldn't you leave someone to be watching B?
I guess they've got Brim in heaven. Is he the man you're going to leave to the task? I guess so. And timing now is going to kind of unravel Jarex's sneaky plan because they're going to go towards A and go, there's no one here. But let's make sure he gets that spike down in time. Yep. Going to be fine on that. We're going to see the Brimstone pay a little bit more attention, but can he isolate any of these 3 players?
He needs to get aggressive. He needs to challenge something. He can't just let them sit back and have a 3-man retake. He needs to find a new position. This one, if he doesn't get a multi-kill from here as they cross over into the site, he's ruined. Sorry, bro.
Big rip.
That wall is just the most soul-crushing thing you could run into in a clutch.
That feels pretty bad to see. I kind of feel bad in that regard. That was nice though from Ekis on the side. That was a pretty solid shot at things. I don't know. I don't know how to kind of cut this up from the others. I mean, 11-7. We've got 2 rounds on the trot now for ScreaM's team, but they haven't been super clean. They've still been like not super close, but quite close. They've been, you know, a few's in there, but it hasn't been too wild yet. Let's see if they can string any more together. Finland needs this round. If you get to 12 on this map, you feel like no errors. Getting back to it is almost impossible. David P somehow took down time with that. I actually don't know. The trade came out. We do have Nixon finding Ice Paper Hands, and here goes. David P, ultimate up. This could be big. Doesn't get a chance to use it. Jerax there denies it before it starts.
I think someone popped his pack as well. Oh, that's great shooting from ScreaM. As we know, quick triple kill. Add a 4th headshot onto it, and he's going to go for the ace. But they're running away from ScreaM, and it makes sense. It makes complete sense.
100%. Like, why wouldn't you do that? This guy just lines him up, knocks him down, so it just makes it look comfortable. God damn. Look at this. 1, 2. Come back on. I don't understand. He's doing this against, like, really quite diligent players. You know? Like, these guys aren't new to the game. It just makes it look so comfortable. All said and done, though, we're now 1 round away from this win for ScreaM's team.
1 round away from the championship. Not just the win. The whole... What's the saying? The whole kit and caboodle? Something like that? I don't know.
I actually don't know.
Is that what it... Yeah. It sounds reasonable.
It sounds right. If you mumble it quick enough, I'll
Everything's fine.
Yeah, we do have that mid play coming up, though, Jason. This could be a quick hit towards heaven, and it looks pretty good for the attackers so far.
Still 2 players inside the site, though. One of them is ScreaM. He's just put up the wall. Oh, and Sova's going to go down. ScreaM finds him, and they're going to stream into the site. Protected by the default plant spot. ScreaM can't get anything. Neither can Ekis.
There's life in them yet. Ice Paper Hands has something to say about the matter with that spike now planted. David P on the play back in. The flashes come through, and they're pretty cornered in here. That spray's good for in the nades. Even better time he was eliminated. It's just 1 standing.
And that's it. That's the retake. That's the game. That is the tournament. Team ScreaM, ScreaM Squad, ScreaM and his merry men, whatever you want to call it, they've taken the championship of the G2 European Brawl Part 2, presented by Pay Safeguard.
I mean, we knew ScreaM was a good player. I think anyone who's watched Valorant has definitely been saying it, but seeing him slot in with a really solid surround of players has just kind of capitalized on that and kind of encouraged us to see it in all its glory. Jason, I think from start to finish, that was quite a fun game, though. I like that as a finals.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a fun style to bring out. It's just cool to watch just people. I mean, there is a certain amount of joy you can find in someone like ScreaM just absolutely dominating every map and every series that he's played in. I thought David P was a lot of fun to watch on Rays as well throughout the day. So there was some very cool stuff. Even if you go back to some of the teams that lost in our semifinals, what's his name? Midas. He was great to watch for Team Turkey. Team UK had Link, who went nuts. So I mean, there's some really cool, talented players that are kind of grinding through these small events as we go on.
Yeah, I'd say an event like this is really good to highlight some of that less known talent. Like, obviously, most people know who ScreaM is, or maybe David P, but even then below that, it's like, okay, well, these other players, these other people, you know, maybe you want to start following their career, their kind of foray into Valorant, so make sure you check them out. I do believe we have the bracket, so we can have a quick look back over the route that it took for ScreaM's team to get here. Starting off with their first game, it was against Germany. A pretty solid quarterfinals for them, beating them out 2-0. The 2-1 did highlight that they are human, and ScreaM's team can actually bleed blood.
Barely human.
Yeah, barely. I mean, you know, 2-1s in both semifinals. The semifinals always seem extremely close, don't they? Always, the way the tournaments go is always like, you know, semifinals are the closest and the grand finals are normally one-sided. But, you know, both good games. I feel like I enjoyed the Turkey game as well. I think we got to see Rip again being a very good player. I think we got to see Mitez as well.